The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. Market-wise out here, you get that nice little bounce going, don't you, man?
Absolutely.
No doubt. Yeah. You get the Dow up 164, NASDAQ up 42, S&P's up 19. You get gold down 64, platinum's down 37. And, you know, folks, Steve had mentioned it on his show, but if you're watching Tiger TV, I want to show you something here. It's pretty amazing. And what Steve was talking about, it'd be pretty hard to get a down day with the whole world up. You know, Steve and I, we talk about one world deal. We trade the world, folks, okay?
That's right.
But let me show you something.
You got to go to Tiger TV and just check this out.
Really? Because
you got to.
No, big time. Because the first screen you're looking at is the screen and, you know, all of America, all of Europe, and Asia. And you can see, I mean, it's lit up. And it's lit up in green, folks. I mean, big time. Now, you know what's interesting when you actually look at that screen? Look at what's lit up in green is where we are today. Now, look on the right-hand side, though.
Absolutely.
On the right-hand side, folks, it's going to give you year-to-date.
That's right.
And that's all red.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. So now that's the first screen. Now watch. Then we're going to go into the... We'll go over to Europe.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm going to bring you, and we're going to go through Europe. Now, as you're going through Europe, you're going to see, let's see, the 350 index is down 7/10, but everything else is red in a big, I mean green in a big way.
Absolutely.
We move down, and we'll go into Africa. That's up. We go next inside. Let's go further. Okay, so we go into the Switzerland markets. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, no,
I mean, they're just up everywhere.
Yeah,
you know,
be really tough to finish on a. Now,
Pakistan, Pakistan's up 3 and 3/10.
There you go.
Hungary is up 3.5.
That's right. Gotta love it.
So we must be in a new bull market.
No.
No.
Not a chance.
You didn't get that memo?
I did get the memo, folks. I just threw it in the trash.
I heard you earlier.
I know better. No,
big time.
Nothing changed.
No.
Nothing changed except it's just simply the breathing pattern of the markets. You know,
yes,
absolutely.
Exactly.
And it's just the ABC patterns. And really, you know, when you take a look at just simply the importance for all of us of just making our money work for us. You know, it's the most important thing that you can do. And the idea of just sticking, you know, an investment in a drawer and looking for the long term, you know, when we get into that next bull leg, absolutely.
Right.
You know, we'll come up with some things that you can stick in your drawer. Right. For sure. But we're not there.
Right. There's no draws now.
Yeah, we're not going to be there for years. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be there for years.
I think a couple of years.
Yeah. And what's going to have to happen somehow is the whole debt thing worldwide has got to be dealt with. Yeah. One way or another.
You know what I was thinking of this morning, though? I'll tell you, you know, this gets interesting, folks, and I'd love some feedback on this. I actually don't think things are as bad as they seem to be made on a continual basis in the press. And you know the reason I'm saying it, right? I really started looking around and I said, hold it. You know, we spend money, I spend money, the company spends money, and now what does happen is that it's got tight. Okay, it's definitely got tight, but we talked about this a few weeks ago. When it gets tight, folks, all that happens is that, you know, I happen to get a lot more nervous, and that just means I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and just work a few more hours.
Sure.
You know,
sure. Yes.
Because when you are in business, you got to make sure that you have plenty of bread behind you.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
But when I start thinking about it, I says, you know what, man? I think things are better than people realize. I mean, because, you know, these high-end places are making money. People are spending money. So, you know, I mean, we'll see where this goes. But I'd love some feedback, you know, as to actual personal relationships, meaning with the economy. Okay, are you spending money? Are you paranoid to spend money? And if you are paranoid to spend money, do you have money in back of you that you're not spending? Because that's That's smart. That's absolutely smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you spend it, you got to make sure that it's either going to come in or you get something in the kitty.
Sure.
You know?
I think there's different gauges, you know, that we can take a look at. You know, I'm the, you know, a couple of my friends call me the eternal optimist.
Yeah.
And even in a bear market, that's a whole different thing. That's a trait, you know.
Right.
And so, you know, so I believe in people. I know the strength that each of us have. Absolutely. But, you know, and I see in different categories. So, you know, the higher end, I see where people have taken advantage of things having come back, you know, having recouped, you know, 60, 70% maybe of their losses going. And so, you know, things are opening up there. And those folks, okay, at the higher end who've got enough cash flow also recognize that if you are taking a look, if you want a long-term investment, it's really simple. Go buy a piece of real estate.
Right.
Okay? So that, you know, it's not here in the markets, okay, in the ETFs or what have you, the stocks, but go buy a piece of real estate. Absolutely. And that's what I see folks on the higher end doing. You know, if you go around to the higher end homes, the $1 million plus, because those folks are getting a deal.
Right.
You know,
because
with the haircuts.
Yeah, you're stealing them.
Okay.
You basically, you get, what happens, folks, is you absolutely, because that cash is not there, you're getting a $1 million home that, you know, it's probably still really worth $1.5 million right now to build.
Oh,
There's no doubt.
Absolutely.
Maybe
you
more.
Start taking, absolutely.
Right.
Then you can go take a look at the auto industry, you know, and you take a look at Mike, what's his name, from Mike Jackson from Auto Nation, right? Okay. And you know, and you listen to some of his stuff, and so you see folks in the used car business, okay, where cars are moving. Right. So you know, folks that are looking for cars or what have you, you know, they're still you know, I don't know what the trends are in the new car marketplace, but I know in just listening and take a look at their numbers, that you know they had a supply issue. Supposedly, okay, they had, you know, if they took a look at some of their stores, they were able to move out a lot of product, but they had some supply issues because of disruptions in Japan.
They couldn't get enough cars. I heard it yesterday. You said people were waiting for cars. Yeah.
So now that's on that lower end where people aren't necessarily buying new, but they're buying, you know, used.
Yeah, there's no reason to buy a new car.
And then I mentioned to you, you know, I was doing taking a look at a lot of statistics and information over the weekend or what have you. You know, one of them that I found was that in a poll, I don't know who did the poll study, but you know, but 63% of Americans believe their best days are behind them.
Okay.
That becomes
63% of Americans.
That means only 37% of the folks actually believe their best days are ahead of them.
Folks, you better start trading right now. They're at 63%. That's sick.
Yeah. So that's where there's a real divergence. Now I know in this office we're all part of that 37%. We know our best days are in front of us.
That's crazy. That'd be a weird way of waking up in the morning.
That's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to tell the folks when I was kicking things off, and just, you know, maybe just take the idea of painting your picture, your vision of what today looks like. Forget about right now trying to take a look at your future. Just do things one step at a time. But when you take a look at that dynamic,
and don't let folks put that garbage into your head either, folks, because that's garbage.
It is, but it does.
It's real. No, I understand what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, but think about it. You know, like I've got 3 kids in college. They're going to be coming out of college. They're trying to find jobs. They've got friends. So, and these are all really smart kids. Sure. I mean, these aren't people that have been spoon-fed. You know, these kids, they've had to work for what they. Yes. And yet, when they go out and try to find a job, it's not out there. And what happens is it doesn't take long. You know, they don't have the experience that we have. They think they know more than we do. Right. But the reality is they don't have the seasoning and the experiences that we have. Right. And it can become easy for them, if you will, to all of a sudden start to, you know, is this what it's all about? You mean I went to school, I did all this, and now I'm working in a grocery store, or now I'm working in a or a Walmart or a Target, and I'm making, and I went to school to be, in education or a graphic artist or whatever it might be.
No, I'm with you, right.
And now their career is flipping burgers or...
Right. No. The farce, no doubt, is the correlation between what's supposed to happen in higher education versus what happens. Yeah. You know? I mean, that's a reality. You know? And it's a big bureaucracy. And they got everyone, you know, on the money trail, you know. And I guess, you know, I mean, because if you don't specialize in something and understand how to turn that into money. Like, what I hear all the time, and this is right in my own family, do you know what I mean? Going to school, what are you going to take? I'm going to take marketing. Well, what are you going to market? Well, here, pick this phone up and start cold calling right now. Oh, well, what do you mean? Well, I don't want to call anyone.
Absolutely.
So what is marketing? Oh, so always asking what the definition.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
they all sound glamorous.
Right.
What marketing? Oh, you better go start knocking on the door. Get a few of those Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
You know what I do? What we do with folks is that we bring these ladies in, and I have them basically test everyone out.
Yeah.
No, I'm only kidding, but you know what's amazing is that I was walking Harley yesterday.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, or Sunday, and those people. They have so much guts, it's unbelievable.
Oh, well.
So these two ladies are coming down the street, really nice. They're nice, they're great people,
Absolutely.
right? And I said to them, I says, you have so much guts. I mean, they're knocking on that door. This is like 8 o'clock in the morning. I said, oh, man. But I was thinking, of course, I was thinking business. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was, but they were laughing. Do you know what I mean?
But the key to what you're saying, it's so true. But here's the deal, folks. Successful people, they do the things unsuccessful people don't, and you push yourself.
Yeah.
I was talking this morning about how when people will paint a vision or a picture of what it is that they want, and usually the way that the universe, let's say here's your goal right here, up here, but you're right down below that, and you're like a seed just trying to push through.
Oh, yeah.
The pushing through, that's the real tough thing. You can put together the plan. Like your plan is you got to make X number of calls per day, you got to X number, but actually busting through that.
That's right.
That's a tough thing, but if you understand that if you want to be successful, and I know everybody listening in on our audience does, you've got to do the things that others don't want to do.
You do.
And when you're working, whatever job you've got, right now you should always do this, but there's no better time in the world than now for you to be doing more.
That's right.
And even after you've done more, to push yourself even a little further, to provide more.
And you just brought up a great point. When you're going, and life is the same as the ABC structure on the way up, folks. When you're going after the B point, you absolutely need what? More conviction and energy.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you this is what I do.
That's great.
Well, I'm telling you, I do this now. When I know I'm going after the B point, right? And, you know because the acceleration's up, down, all around.
Yeah.
What you absolutely have to do, you have to eat better, you have to drink less, you have to exercise more, and you have to have that huge energy. Because, see, once you make it over it again, right, then you can lay back again. I can lay back, have a cigar, relax, have a beer.
That's right.
But I'll tell you, I literally, I get my head wrapped around that, man, and then you punch through it. And don't let anyone get in your way either. That's the bottom line. Go for the kill. Go for the kill is the name of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
It really is.
That's great that you correlated that you brought that, because that is the way that life works.
Right.
Because you've got retracement patterns on life as well.
Big time. That's plenty of them. No doubt. No, that's a fact, man. And there's nothing wrong with them, folks. You know what's so cool about it, actually, is that once you make it through it, okay, you make it through. Make your projection. You're going to have the retracement, but the retracement's cool because you can lay back a little bit more and then think about the next thing you're going to do.
Yeah.
The creative part of it, and then, of course, the mechanical part of it and the fundamental part to make sure you can get there. Just like you said, well, okay, I need this much, and
I bet it's really great because because the way that you link that together and the markets, because that's how you link the known to the unknown. That's how you really learn, folks.
Yeah.
So that's you just shared a great piece of information. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. You stay right there, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow up 166, Nasdaq's up 43, S&Ps are up 19. We're gonna be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. And don't forget, folks, TFNN, we start broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1, and then 3 to 6. And you can get, of course, all of that right at Tiger TV. Just hit Tiger TV. You know, it's amazing. So check, folks, you know, the ignorance inside the Security and Exchange Commission is just so far over the top, it's unbelievable. So, main story today in the Wall Street Journal. What do you think it is? What it is this, is that the SEC is checking with all the ETF structures and, you know, that they may have caused the market turmoil last month.
No.
Swear to God.
No.
Swear to God. So check this out.
Oh
so check it out. So the story's about that the leveraged ETFs may have caused the market to pull back. You know what the amazing thing about that is? Is that there's so many amazing parts about it. It's like these folks never have ever done a trade in their life. Folks, the futures run the markets. Well, it's like...
you know how many mutual funds there are right now?
No, but
8,500.
8,500. Oh, my God.
You know how many ETFs there are?
How many?
916.
Oh, my God.
916 ETFs,
right,
folks.
Right.
You know, now there's been a big, huge increase in ETFs in the last 10 years. Absolutely.
Right.
But it's still only 916 ETFs that are out there, at least as of the end of the beginning of 2011.
Right. And so what a scam this is.
916 ETFs are not running the world, folks. Not even close.
But what's the scam inside the financial deal here, okay? So the scam is that the mutual funds buy the ETFs.
Yeah.
So you're getting charged on the mutual fund, you're getting charged on the ETF, you're getting charged on top of that, right? I mean, it is so sick, okay? It is just a total mind blower. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I read that story. I thought it was, you know, I should know better by now, but it's disgusting. It absolutely is disgusting, folks, okay?
Yeah, there's I was checking out a Vanguard fund, just kind of like some information, and this one was called I've got to go look it up, but it was their, it was kind of like their financial fortune growth fund, or some marketing name. You talk about what kids do with marketing.
That's right.
Marketing, they're just thinking of names. They're not really thinking of the energy that's really getting out there and selling it.
Right.
It's selling. Okay, it's selling for right now below September of 2005. So people that from 2005 to right now to where we're at September. Okay, so
sick.
Yeah.
Right.
11 years later. Basically the same price, and this was
11 years.
It was kind of like I threw a dart because I had the IBD out. Okay, folks, all you have to do is page after page. You got mutual funds in there.
Right.
So I just kind of like took a dart and threw one. Just my finger grabbed one and then went to take a look at it, and I was just like,
well, I'm gonna frame a story today. There's a story today. Headline story, folks, and the headline story is how to make money from the falling dollar.
I love it.
How to make money from the falling dollar. The first paragraph, folks, okay, goes like this. This is what's so cool about it. What you have to absolutely understand is this, folks, is that at TFNN we all trade. So it's a whole different animal. But writers, great writers, okay, are great writers. That's what they are. Yes. And that's what these financial publications hire, right?
Yes.
So the first paragraph, right, and if you have the journal today, go check it out. The first paragraph is about how the dollar is falling against all currencies, right? So I start laughing. I said, this is just unbelievable. I mean, because the dollar hasn't been falling against all currencies. All they're doing is, the dollar's got killed the last 10 years. I'm talking about the last. You get the gist of it, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a riot, man. But that's the headlines, folks, and that's the ultimate contrary headline. Now all we need is on Time magazine. The how to make money on the falling dollar.
I love it.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Okay, let's go take a look at overseas and see what we have over here. We got they're hammering that gold market pretty good. We get the FTSE up 2 7/10. The CAC rolls up 3. Look at that. That's up 3. You get the DAX. Yeah. The DAX. There you go. The DAX is up 3.7.
Well,
big number.
And yesterday, even during my my show here yesterday, we were you were the one. We took a look at the DAX. We pulled it up. You said, "Oh, that's interesting. Look at that 3 drive to a bottom."
Yeah.
And then we dug down.
All with lighter volume.
Yeah, and we dug down a little further and saw there was actually a 0.618 retracement of the entire move going back to March.
Exactly.
So you had, which was an ideal setup. Okay. To tell you we were going to have a bounce. And during my Trader's Edge show, we went ahead and pulled up the ETF for the DAX.
Yes,
said,
I heard that. I know.
This looks like a good setup here.
There's an actionable item, folks. There's an actionable item.
Absolutely.
Listen to Steve Rhodes making money.
That's
right.
It's a beautiful thing. Absolutely. And so, now, how far we expect this bounce. Well, that's why I kind of go back to the U.S. markets and bring it back to what folks can take a look at. That's why I was looking at the SPYs and saying, when you take a look at the perfect storm coming back into the lows of March 16th.
Right. And
good target area. Now, we've got a lot of work to be able to get up there. I don't know if we're going to make it up there that far.
Great trading range.
Yeah,
you stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We're going to be coming right back. We have the Dow up 152, NASDAQ up 42, S&Ps are up 18. You got gold down $68, folks. We're going to be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 143, Nasdaq up 40, S&P's up 17. So tell me, the name of that great mutual fund.
Yeah, so folks, I went back and I looked it up. And so the name, it's a Vanguard fund, okay? And the name of the fund is the Life Strategy Growth Fund. Life Strategy Growth Fund hasn't grown in 17 years. Yeah, there's been some dividends that have been distributed or what have you. But, and here's the thing, folks. $8 billion in assets under management. $8 billion.
That's a mind blow, man.
Yeah. When you really start taking a look at the mutual funds, that's why, 8,500 mutual funds, 70% of U.S. citizens own mutual funds.
Really?
Yeah, 70%.
That's because of IRAs and 401ks.
Exactly right. So so I'm kind of taking it on as a personal mission because
that's a fact.
Because what had upset me the most, back in when we started to really have the decline, 2007, 2009 time frame.
Right.
And I remember flying around the country and you'd sit next to people, you just start up a conversation. Folks, we had the markets moving down 600, 700, 900 points or what have you.
A day.
And you could see and you would talk, and I would talk with people, teachers, all the workers, all the folks that we need, and yet, they weren't opening up their statements. They weren't looking at what they had. They felt like they were totally powerless.
Right.
When we talk about cash as a trade, you can go to cash,
big time,
or what have you, and there's no stops being used.
Right.
The majority, if not all the funds, have to be fully invested.
Right.
And that's their charter.
Right. No, I'm with you. You know what's wild? You just brought something up that I was on a plane going to Chicago. I was going to Think or Swim.
Yeah.
I was doing a show there with Tom. And there's a lady that was beside me. And this was when, if you remember, in 2007, 2008, we had got 3 downdrafts before the big one came. Okay?
Right, right.
And it was enough. This lady, one of the downdrafts, right? You know, beside her, she's talking, and she says, I'm really nervous, and I've been telling my broker, I think I want to get out, and they're saying, no, don't get out. And I said to the lady, I said, I'm telling you, get to cash right now.
Absolutely.
Sell everything. She said, right. I said, sell everything. And I think about her quite a bit, because I'm wondering, because this was at 14,000.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And, you just, and one of the keys, folks, that I've found is this, is that when you get nervous, the key is to have your cash, okay? The other side of that equation, is just that, okay, so if it goes up, you don't make any more money. Well, so what?
Yeah. That's right.
It's more important to have your cash and then get a clean head and then go from there. That is crucial to understand, inside the investment deal. So, if you have cash, you're always going to make money.
Yeah, and look, in the money game, it's a thing. You're not taught it in high school. You're not taught it in college.
Right.
You're not taught it afterwards unless you really take some of your own interest.
That's right.
Decide, and then it's like, how to, so we really appreciate the listeners, the new listeners here.
Yeah.
Why we try, why we have so many tools. But we understand the difficulty. It's like it's that B point. If you're now listening to us, what we want you to be getting ready to take on the B point. We want to empower you, to take that on, because what the mutual fund, what the money manager folks will tell you is they'll tell you that, look, you got to stay invested, because over the course of life, the mutual funds have gone up 10 to 12%.
Right.
You got to stay invested in all times. Don't trust me. Call them.
Yeah, right.
Call them and ask.
Right.
Ask them if they use stops. Ask them these questions.
That's right.
And what they're doing is, they've been trained to make you feel a little bit tinier, like you shouldn't call. Like, why are you calling me? I'm the professional money manager.
Yeah,
Go do what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
That's really what seems to. Not everybody. Look, I don't want to put everybody in that pile. Okay.
The business is built like that. The business is absolutely built like that. And the key, folks, okay, which is pretty cool, is that this is, and it has got a lot easier than 90% of you folks think. And the reason is the spreads are smaller. Now, but what you have to absolutely do is money management. That's the name of the game, okay? If you're not going to do money management, well, then don't even be in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Because if you're not going to do it, you will get killed.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no doubt about it. You do the money management, we can make your money.
That's right.
You stay right there, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 158, NASDAQ up 43, S&P's up 19, gold down $66. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Now, let's go look at that gold market. The gold out here, folks, bottom line is that got into the highs, couldn't handle the highs at 0400. You're down 67. Now, what's going to get interesting here is that what we have, well, the great deal is that now we have volume at high again.
That's
okay,
right.
We were worried. I was particularly worried that wouldn't fly. But bottom line,
because that's how markets do it.
Exactly.
When you go back up there and test on lighter volume, you don't have to go back up there again.
And it's been a great ride. Not only, like any other ride, it's a great ride. You don't want it to end. What we have is this, which is cool. Okay. Bottom line is that we got into those highs up there with 415,000 contracts. That's what we needed. So now we have a monster consolidation, though.
Yeah, we do.
So in the physical contract, 17 to 19. That's your number right now. So it's going to get interesting. Now, the top of the 1705 is 1777.
Okay.
And, bottom line, folks, is that you can see 1777 today.
Yeah.
This is, it's messing around here a little. But bottom line is that there's some big sellers out here.
Yeah. And all that really correlates to what we see in the physical marketplace.
Yeah.
I was telling Tom, the other day we had 173 sellers and one buyer.
That's sick.
173 sellers, one buyer.
Right.
Okay, in one day, folks. So that's telling you what was going on in the physical marketplace.
Right.
So it really kind of transcends over to what we're actually seeing here in the contract as well. If you just I've got a 60-minute chart up on my screen. If you just take a look at the ABC pattern that's up there, that went back and showed you an ABC pattern that was going to test the highs, but you can see that the C to D leg was real weak compared to that AB up here.
Right.
So it was also telling you as you got up there that would be a place where you might see a pullback, right? We just didn't have enough strength. We're talking about,
that's right,
being able to punch itself through. And now it pulls back to about the point 618. 618 is 1788, and it got down to, what did it get down to this morning? It got down already to 1793. Within $5.
Isn't that beautiful?
Within $5. Come on, folks. We're talking $1,700.
I know, man. That is amazing when you think about it. It really
totally
is,
man.
It's unbelievable. So, okay, the next cycle. Where are we at the next cycle?
Well, we got a full moon cycle that's coming up, but right now, in between, there is really nothing.
Nothing big for a while.
There's nothing astro-wise between now and then to that I can see.
Cool.
In the work that I was doing last night.
Well, we're away from swing points too, so now we're in the middle.
Yeah,
and folks, in the middle is all. Cool. Yeah, it is. It is. It absolutely is, man.
Yeah, and we'll just have to see. Typically, the next full moon, you would be, you'd see the market being pulled down into it.
Okay.
And that's what has happened, over the last couple of years. Whether that's going to happen or not right now, we'll just have to wait and see. But no real big. No, in October we got some fireworks.
Really?
October's going to be July 4th in the markets.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like fireworks.
Huh?
I like fireworks.
Well, these markets here, you got gap ups, gaps down every day.
Folks, this is a trader's
paradise.
Difficult.
Yeah, it becomes maybe difficult, for folks to trade that. Especially yesterday. Like yesterday, You know, I'm sending out a newsletter all weekend. Everything I'm looking at says, okay, we're in a consolidation, or it's time to go long.
Right.
I had a number of emails coming from some clients saying, okay, how do we jump on and go short right now?
Oh, totally.
And I'm like, you don't want to do,
exactly.
You know, and yesterday, you know, the markets are down, 200 points, and at 7 o'clock, 7:30, I'm sending my newsletter information out, and but I knew that's what the patterns.
Sure.
If you turned off the news,
that's right.
You just eliminated everything. You just looked at what the patterns and what was going on inside there, and you needed the market to actually open up at the 618 retracement level. That was the other. I was kind of like, well, this is kind of beautiful.
Now, folks, math is where it's at.
Yeah.
It absolutely is, and the sacred geometry is absolutely where it's at.
And it'd be, the cool thing, I think, the thing that we can each do, if there's one thing as parents, grandparents, or what have you, there's nothing that's really going to change in this world as far as the way that things are going on in schools and money management. And the most important thing you could actually do is get your children at a young age involved with us.
Yes.
Involved with yourself, involved in the money management, whether it's simply buying The Art of Timing the Trade, which is a great place because you've got such a breadth of information.
Right.
And to start there and have them spending an hour a day, listening to us or helping to manage their own little bit of money, or maybe even just starting with a paper account, and so they can understand how the compounding works. Because an hour a day, right now, I don't know about your kids, but I know that my kids, even though they're in school, they still find time to watch crap. Can I say the word crap on the?
Of course.
Okay.
Say we're on cable.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. So, but if they could spend that 1 hour,
that's right.
At age 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, what have you.
Sure.
That's how you really are able. And because the other lesson really is, we want our children to go, follow their dreams, to be the person that they want to become. Well, when you can take the money management piece of it, and it just makes it a lot easier. When they're not chasing money, but they're actually chasing what it is that they want to become, and then they're using the money management, that's a whole separate routine.
That's right.
That's a whole separate game. To me, that's where, that's really the power that each of us have here. That's what we should be doing.
I'll tell you a great money management story. And this is, folks, when you can absolutely be right and still lose money. When the tall ships came to Boston, right? This is when I was in the restaurant business, folks. The first time the tall ships came to Boston, no one was prepared for it. I happened to be prepared for it, and I ended up with the whole monopoly. And that was insane. We were open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, huge amounts of money. I mean, it was insane. So now picture the second time they came, of course, the whole city knew that, this is a huge deal, right?
Yeah.
Well, what ended up happening is that I had already made the deal with the Massport Authority for the piers.
Yeah.
And I knew the guy that had the lease. I made the deal with him. And, of course, everyone's scrambling because the greed was huge, right? But because was working on the streets for so long, meaning what happens on the streets, folks, well, actually, if you have time in the trade, you know that one of the first stories, I made 10 cents one day, okay? And that was it. But because of those experiences, okay, this is what I did. So I made the deal with the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he wanted a certain amount of money. It was a huge amount. I said, I'll tell you what, why don't I would rather you get a percentage. I said, what I'm going to do, I said, just in case, this weather goes bad or something, I'm going to sell another percentage to someone else, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I did, and thank God I did. What ended up happening, the second time they came, right, out of the 7 days, there was only 2.5 days that you could sell product, right? The weather was unbelievable, and I ended up losing like about 15, 20 grand. Having the best thing, and I would have lost about 100 grand. Right.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, do you know what I mean? But what ended up happening is that even though on the first one, I mean, if that went right, I would have made $500,000.
Yeah.
But the bottom line, because they're not selling a bag of potato chips, I said, no, I'm going to leverage this baby off.
For sure.
Yeah, and I did make a deal with the police so that leave everything alone. That's one of the questions. You always have to do that in Boston, folks. Right. You stay right there. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We're coming right back, folks.
If you're in the market for a jumbo preferred non-conforming loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then EverBank is your answer. As a direct lender with processing, underwriting, and funding all under one roof, EverBank can offer the most competitive rates, greater efficiency, and shorter closing times. Now is the time to act. Everbank offers fixed terms of 10 and 15 years, as well as adjustable terms of 5, 7, and 10 years, including interest-only options on primary residences. For more information, call Everbank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. Everbank, 877-471-5970, 877-471-5970.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow right now up 148, NASDAQ up 40, S&Ps are up 17, and let's see what kind of juice we got behind here. So NYSE, we're at 218. And we're at 491 in the NASDAQ. That's not bad in the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
You know, the composite's not bad. You know, this is going to be tricky, folks, on how we come into the swing point. Because last time I had to keep my hands in my pockets, so I used my teeth, shot on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the same type of deal. It's going to, it's really going to be a sit tight.
Yeah.
Because we have the president speaking Thursday. That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah. And so much of it's already been telegraphed. And,
That's right. That's right. And I think it's going to have to do with. Bottom line is it'll have to do with what type of tax credits, what type of tax cuts, because the tax cuts are going to be out there.
Yeah.
And that's going to blow the Republicans' minds. They're not going to dig it.
Yeah, it'd sure like to be able to, at least from my standpoint, I'd sure like to be able to see something that was really focused on private business.
Right. Well, the tax credit would be.
The tax credit. Yeah.
Tax credit would be.
Yeah. We'll see how much of it is all really. I mean, everything. Every solution right now ought to be driven towards private business.
Oh no, I agree. I agree. You know, the real question is, I guess, is that do they want bigger government or not? You know, and most politicians want bigger government.
They all do.
And that's our problem.
Yeah, they all do.
That's our problem.
That's right. They all do. Both parties have, you know, and it's not working.
Well, you know where the big next, folks, you know where the next big fight's going to be again? Not the next big fight. They've had this fight for a long time. The immigration deal is going to be a big fight, and this is why the immigration deal, folks. What's happening now is that the large, well, not just the large farmers, the middle farmers in California, which a lot of them are Republicans, okay, are flipping because now they're driving all their workers off and they have no workers. It's in the Journal this morning, and they're saying, hey, you know, you're going to put me out of business. So it's going to get interesting how that, I know, it's you know, it's going to get, it's like, okay, well, you know, we have no one to basically get out there.
And how many unemployed are there in California? I mean, they got to be pretty much leading the way.
But who wants to go out there and work for 15 hours? You know, it's
working hard's a good thing, folks. You got to have a good work ethic.
No, totally, totally. You know, it's pretty wild.
I mean, you know, if you need motivation or incentive, you know, just go out. If you don't like physical labor, that's something you ought to be doing. That'll motivate you to say, okay, I think I need to use my noggin a little bit more.
Oh, listen,
right? You know,
no doubt, folks. I've only worked. I was a lifeguard, of course, before I went in the service. I was a lifeguard as a skate guide.
Yeah.
But then when I get out, I had one job, and that was it. Well, no, I worked for the Abuse Psychiatric Clinic. I lived with kids. I took them out of the court system.
Yes.
And then I had this one job, right? And I was on a jackhammer, right?
Yeah. Oh,
They gave me this jackhammer. I was on this jackhammer for one day. I looked at the guy, and right now, you talk about Boston politics, right? So check this out. So I'm doing this thing. I said, man, I can't do this. And so the guy says, hey, he says, you want to be in this was the water department, you want to be in the on and off truck? And I just put water on and off. I said, yeah, that's the truck. But listen to this. This is how corrupt, well, you know, cities are like this, folks. But the on and off truck, the way this worked, is that I always knew where the water leaks were.
Yeah.
So the water leak, so you got to call in the water leak. Now, you don't call in the city. You call in all your friends because your friends could do the job cheaper than the city could do the job. So they were called cashers, right? So no, it gets sicker. It gets sicker. Okay. So then what ends up happening is because everyone wants that job, right, that I could auction off my job.
Oh, no.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I would have guys would actually turn around and take my job, right? And I'd still get paid. Yeah. It was sick.
Oh,
that lasted about 3 or 4 months. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next.
Absolutely.
We got Larry coming up. We got David White this afternoon, and I'll be back with you at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
That's right. Have a great day, folks.
Have a safe one. Dow down 156. NASDAQ
up 156.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The market's finally up. The big bad bear won't be back.